Now, this is probably the most important use of a capo, and this is to get rid of bar chords. Especially if you're playing alongside and you've got a lot of bar chords, usually 5 or 6 strings with your first finger. It might be a lot easier to just replace the whole geography of the chords, move it up, use the capo, and get rid of some of those big bars. So let me make a little example here. I'm going to use a chord progression using A major, F sharp minor, D major, and E major. Let's put a little rhythm to that. So 3, 4. So I want to keep this the same, exactly the same chords, but get rid of that bar chord. How am I going to do that? Well, that's very easy. You grab the capo and you clump it on the 2nd fret because that's where the bar for the F sharp minor was. Okay, so that's going to effectively replace your first finger. Let me jump straight to that actually. So the F sharp minor is going to become this. Can you see that it was like that? And now we're just moving into an E minor shape. Okay, so we've moved that. We need to move the other chords as well. So the first chord was an A major. Let's figure out where the root is. So for the root, you more or less look at the 3 bass strings. So where's an A here? Right here. So that means I'm going to play a G shape now for the A major. We had the E minor shape for the F sharp minor. And then we've got what? The next chord was a D major. Let's find the D note. Here it is, 5th fret on the A string, which is now like a 3rd fret, okay? So that looks like a C major now. And then the E major is gonna move up here. Why? Because there's the note right here from the capo on the D string, 2nd fret. So that's where it goes. So all the chords are like. And they sound exactly the same. Let me put the rhythm in. So 3, 4. Excellent. And by the way, all the chords have turned into open shapes now. So what does it look like? G shape, E minor shape, C shape, D shape. Let's quickly get back to the original chord progression and check out how it's exactly the same, only easier. So. With the capo. Excellent. So this is example 1 of what we're trying to do here. And obviously the voicing is not exactly the same. We've got different high notes. But that's the same exact chord progression, only easier. Let's do another example with more bar chords. Let's go and play from the A flat. Let me just go through the chords first. A flat major, G flat major, E major, D flat major. Lots of major chords and lots of bar chords actually. So let's go with this rhythm. Okay, so how do we move that to an open type of position? The easiest way to think of it is, where is that first bar chord? It's on the 4th fret. So I'm going to go ahead and put the capo on the 4th fret. That immediately solves the problem for the first chords, and then we can figure out where the rest of them are. Okay, so the first one now becomes just a simple E major, okay? Still an A flat major, of course, but it's the E major open shape. What was the other one? The other one was a G flat. Now, where's the G flat here? The G flat is going to be this D shape. So I'm going as if I was doing E major, D major. Next chord was E major, so it was going down another whole tone. So where am I going to go now? To a C major. And the last one was a D flat, which kept going down 1.5 tone. So now I'm going to go to what? An A major. So my new shapes are going to be same sound. Now this can be confusing because of the flats and all that, but what I suggest is figure out the first chord and then work with the intervals. So remember when we did without the capo, we had A flat, G flat, so we went down a whole tone, E, so we went again down a whole tone, and then we went down to D flat, which is 1.5 tone. So 2, 2, 2, 3 frets. If I put the capo on, fret 4, I've got my first chord looking like an E major. Down a whole tone, D major. Down another whole tone, C major. Down 3 frets or 1.5 tone, so down to A major. Okay, let me put the rhythm into that and let's go 3, 4. Immediately becomes so much easier because you're just thinking of open chords. So check out these 2 examples. Obviously, there's more things to be done for those different chord progressions, and even there's more examples. Sometimes you might not be able to get rid of all the bar chords, but at least most of them, and make it a little more comfy to play, especially for a long time. So practice these 2 examples, get used to finding where those different new root notes are compared to the new beginning of the guitar, which is where the capo is, and I'll see you in the next video.